Hey guys, what's up? This is Night Rider on the Ultra Classic. Got a good topic now in the spirit of Harley Davidson and the bike that I am on. Why are sport bike riders idiots? Why do we gotta ride the way we do? Why can't we just sit back and chill like everybody else and ride responsibly? Responsibly, that's what I said. Well, there's a reason for that, and I understand it more so even now. I knew it before, but I definitely understand now that I'm on this bike, this Ultra Classic, what many consider to be the Harley of Harleys, or at least I do. Well, what's abundantly clear to me is why the difference in attitudes and the different riders of these bikes. For one, a huge reason is these different bikes encourage you to do different things, and that's what kind of makes the different riders. Like, this bike is not as aggressively fast or handle as well, nowhere near as well. It is not as light as a sport bike, and so it doesn't encourage you to ride it aggressively, because it'd be dangerous if you did, and extremely difficult. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's extremely difficult. It'd be like trying to hit corners with a minivan. It's not meant for that, not designed for that, and it's not where that bike shines. This bike shines. Where this bike shines is cruising, sitting back, relaxing on the freeway for a long time, making sure the rider feels comfortable. And so its design and its demeanor encourages that, and that's what it's made for. It's supposed to encourage that. You want to make this bike meant for someone who wants to cruise and take their time. And so the owners who do have it take their time. This bike does not feel like it wants to hit a corner at 80 miles an hour at all. At all. It does not feel like you want to be on the freeway doing 100 miles an hour. I'm not saying that you can't, but it just does not encourage that. This bike is nowhere near as quick in acceleration as mine. It is not supposed to be. They're not made that way. They're made for cruising, so that's what they encourage you to do. And so when you wonder why sport bike riders ride fast, or you wonder why cruiser riders ride slow and cruise, that is the reason why, because it's supposed to cruise. It's what it encourages you to do. It discourages you from riding like a sport bike and racing. And so when you're riding it, you don't have the urge to do so that much. I can see that, definitely. I've understood it before, but I'm speaking about it right now while I'm on it, so I'm not just full of crap. Now, as for sport bike riders, why do they drive like idiots? Well, I can definitely speak on that. Those bikes encourage you to do so. Well, because they're so fast, they're so aerodynamic, they're so powerful, and they're so lightweight. They encourage you to push the bike, to ride faster, to lean more, to take that corner quicker, to accelerate really fast. 100 miles an hour on a sport bike is like nothing, absolutely nothing. And so you might think that guy's crazy doing 100. We're like, what, 100? That's like cruising. They are meant for that, and you can flick it and move it around so easily that's why you see them cutting through lanes and doing that and acting like what you might call a hooligan. Okay. Whew. That is why, because you have that strong urge, because it's like begging you to. It's almost impossible to get on a sport bike and not act like that. You see a sport bike rider riding slow, you're like, why crap are you riding slow? And so a lot of cruiser guys like, that's freaking idiot on a sport bike. If you've never ridden a sport bike, then you probably won't understand. I can tell you right now, my bike is completely different than this bike. Yes, we know they're the same mechanics, but I'm telling you right now, I can ride a Hayabusa just fine. But on this bike, I felt like I was going to crash it just driving out the driveway. I felt like I learned how to ride a motorcycle for the first time. It's that different. I'm easing into it because I know how to ride a motorcycle, but it ain't the same. I'll tell you that. It is not the same. but they're fun. Oh, they're so fun. They're so nimble, and they encourage you to be active and move around. Whereas this encourages you to sit back and relax. Sport bikes encourage you to be active and move around, and that's what they do. And that's why the younger guys look like idiots. Me, because the bike is crying out to you to come on, let's go, let's do it, let's race. So that's why I encourage people to ride different bikes and really get a good perspective and an understanding of what these different worlds are like, because the cruiser world and the sport bike world is always at each other's throats. Oh, there you go. I also want to give a shout out to Jake Toledo. I think he's around this area. I'll put a link to his Instagram in this description. Y'all check him out. He's a subscriber I had a chit chat with. Real nice kid. I'm actually going to stop by his high school. Probably already done about time this is posted. I'm sure I did. Say what up, Jake, if you're watching this. If you ain't watching this, you're dead to me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. You're always dead to me. Oh, that was a mess. And a shout out to Michaeli Papa Bear and Country Boy Motor Vlogs, some of the cruiser guys that I chat with. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Rider, is it under there? Shut up. Good job. I sing like an angel. Oh.